Hello, ChinaTech Chamatkar family. OpenAI just made a $38 billion deal with Amazon's AWS. This will allow hundreds of thousands of Nvidia GPUs to supercharge ChatGPT. For America, it's empire building. For China, a screaming wake-up call. Stay till the end. I'll reveal China's secret counterpunch. Welcome to ChinaTech Chamatkar, where we decode global tech wars with a Desi edge. Today, OpenAI's historic $38 billion, 7-year partnership with AWS, the first major cloud deal outside Microsoft's grip. By the end, you'll know 1. Full deal breakdown, what OpenAI gets. 2. Red flags for China, how Alibaba and Huawei get hit. 3. Deep analysis, AI bubble or boom. And China's open source masterstroke. Hit like if you're ready, subscribe, and let's dive in. November 3rd, 2025, OpenAI announces a $38 billion, 7-year mega deal with Amazon Web Services. This is OpenAI's first big contract breaking Microsoft's exclusivity. Key highlights: immediate access. OpenAI starts running workloads today on AWS. Hundreds of thousands of Nvidia GB200 and GB300 GPUs, scalable to tens of millions of CPUs for training ChatGPT and next-gen agentic AI. Dedicated build-out. AWS will construct isolated GPU clusters in U.S. data centers. Full capacity by end 2026, expandable into 2027 and beyond. Market reaction. Amazon shares jumped 5% pre-market, adding $140 billion in value. Nvidia up 1.2%. Sam Altman said, scaling frontier AI requires massive, reliable compute. AWS strengthens the ecosystem for everyone. AWS CEO Matt Garman, our infrastructure is the backbone for OpenAI's ambitions. This is part of OpenAI's insane $1.4 trillion infrastructure spree, $250 billion more with Microsoft, $300 billion with Oracle, plus deals with Google, SoftBank, and UAE data centers. Post-restructure, OpenAI now has multi-cloud freedom, no more Microsoft monopoly. Now the real spice for China tech viewers. Why is this deal a game-changer for China? Sanctions loophole exposed. Chinese firms like Dahua and Hikvision use AWS overseas to rent banned Nvidia chips. Shenzhen University bid $28,000 on AWS for a 100/H100 access, but mainland direct access is blocked. U.S. lawmakers tried closing this loophole 4 times. Tech lobby keeps blocking. Chinese giants under pressure. Alibaba Cloud holds just 10% of global sales versus AWS and Microsoft's $100 billion plus each. Baidu and Tencent are recovering from regulatory crackdowns, with coordinated AI capex at $98 billion in 2025 to avoid overcapacity. Response tease. China stays quiet, but expect Huawei's Ascend chips to ramp up and open-source models like DeepSeek slashing prices to $0.35 per million tokens versus OpenAI's $5.63. The gap widens. U.S. hyperscalers lead. China fights with one hand tied. Let's break it down, Chamatkar style. Winners. U.S. ecosystem. AWS locks in OpenAI and Anthropic, becoming the AI backbone. Thousands of enterprises already run OpenAI models on AWS Bedrock. Nvidia demand skyrockets. OpenAI, multi-cloud resilience, no single-point failure. But $1.4 trillion in commitments is a high-stakes bet. Losers for China, tech gap grows. U.S. capex over $360 billion versus China's $98 billion creates a self-reinforcing loop, less investment, less innovation. ByteDance Doubao cut prices 63% in desperation. Geopolitical heat. Closing AWS loopholes could crush Dahua and Hikvision's global surveillance sales. Bigger picture. AI bubble fears loom. $1 trillion poured into unproven tech, power grid straining. China's edge. Open source dominance. DeepSeek, Qwen, ErnieBot, free or cheap. could globalize and undercut US models. Prediction: by 2030, China grabs 30% of the AI market if Huawei chips scale. Right now, America leads. India, take notes for your youth bulge. China's response? A quiet storm, open source bet, DeepSeek and Quen models go global, undercutting OpenAI prices and attracting developers. Domestic push, $98 billion AI spend in 2025 focused on Huawei Ascend chips, break Nvidia addiction. Global play, partner with UAE and SoftBank to bypass sanctions, but the AWS loophole is closing fast. Verdict: this deal forces China into self-reliance, a long-term win. So, family, OpenAI AWS is America's win today, but China's resilience test tomorrow. Comment: China will dominate AI. US forever? Sources pinned below. Do 3 things. 1. Like if this breakdown hit home. 2. Subscribe to ChinaTech Chamatkar. Next up, Huawei's secret AGI chip. 3. Share with your tech squad. Stay curious, stay Chamatkar. See you in the next one.